Uh, Ideally, I'll not be speaking as much, so whatever echo would happen in case it does, please kindly bear with that. Um, you'll be listening to a lot from Srijesh. Yeah, there is Srijesh. Yes, Srijesh.
Is it fine?
Yeah, I can see you.
Is it
But
okay?
yeah, but there is an echo because I can hear myself again.
Oh,
But that's
I see.
okay. I've already explained to everyone
Okay,
that I won't be speaking much in this session.
okay,
I'll leave a lot for you to say. I have already uh, told everyone that you are a psychosocial counselor
okay,
and you're currently in Kerala. And so you founded the Peace Hub Foundation in 2015 and the psychosocial movement in 2018.
okay.
You're the
Yeah.
founder and president, and you're a counselor there. Why don't you tell us something about what you are doing right now and what you are involved in as of now in Kerala?
Okay. Thank you for the introduction,
Yeah,
Aakshat. And about presently what I'm doing here, it's not limited to Kerala, but mainly physically I'm working here. I
right,
mean, like online and all, we are connecting to people across, and so mainly we are trying to create a psychosocial ecosystem through that, reaching mental health for all through their
okay,
participation, through community participation. We are trying to, give mental health for all. It's like, nowadays we have a
right,
community mental health approach.
okay,
Moreover, through psychosocial movement, we are trying to create a disaster management team. So last 2 years we faced
hmm,
flood, so that
yeah,
time, we had trouble. We didn't have a system to manage. It was like, there was no proper system, but somehow everybody came together, people volunteered, but it was not very systematic. So I thought
right,
of creating a system through psychosocial movement to manage in further, in future, if we face disasters like this, we can,
right,
like create that system. So through this system, we can help people, mainly psychosocial
right.
care volunteers.
So talking about the system, are these people volunteers or are they a part of this movement throughout?
Uh, in psychosocial movement, they are volunteers. It's
Okay,
voluntary.
it's
Like,
voluntary. And
yeah.
I mean, so you've done your master's in social work, you are an MBA, you've done your diploma in counseling and psychotherapy and all. You've across the world, been in Dubai, you've worked in India, in different places. Uh,
Mhm.
what is it that discussing today in terms of mind management?
Okay. So as it's very important. It's a complex mechanism, mind. Every human being is trying to understand what this mind is and how to manage and how to have a peaceful and happy life, right? How
Right,
to manage our own emotions and thoughts. So there in my, it's not just about education, but it's as a human being, I kept exploring what is mind, what is life, different dimensions of life. So from there I got some perspectives, and with my professional experience also got some experience,
right,
clubbing both. I have, created an approach which is more of holistic approach than, like just repairing mind or just repairing body. Used to have just medical model, it doesn't work.
right,
Like, you have some hormones less in your brain, or serotonin is less in brain, so you have depression. So that dimension or aspect or approach has limitations. So nowadays we have a bio psychosocial approach is there. So
right.
in that I just add from my life experience that existential approach. So with
Right.
that, existential approach too is important. Yeah. So that's why I thought of this, mind management technique where people
Have
have
you something?
and sorry.
Do you call I mean, so this technique, have you named it something specific?
No, I didn't get you. Which
No,
one?
I think we were discussing it's the 5 point technique, right?
Okay.
Right. So that is that a name that you have given to this technique, and this is how you use common terminology now?
Huh, I just put it, recently due to this tough time, I just took certain techniques which is very effective and simple for people. So
Right.
in that sense, I just took some techniques from different,
Mhm.
dimensions where I found it's touching the different dimensions of human being. It's more of
Right.
holistic. So
Right.
here it's not about this five mind management techniques I told you about, holistic approach where
Right.
you have psychology, you have emotions, you have biology, you have existential feeling, all these aspects are coming. So here with this techniques, the five
Right.
techniques we are discussing, with that we have
Right.
to look into lifestyles, we have
Mhm.
to look into diet, which is very important for gut health. So
Right.
many other aspects we have to add with this. So but as we have a focus on five mind management techniques today. Yeah.
Right. So it's nice to hear that there has to be a holistic approach
Mm-hmm.
where biology and existential aspect and social and psychological aspect all have to be considered. The body itself, like you're talking about diet, how important it is for the gut movement and everything, and how all these things have an impact on an individual's mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it
So,
has impact.
yeah. So please, I would request maybe start telling us what are five main things that we can start focusing on.
Yeah. Okay. So these five techniques, these are very simple techniques, but
Right,
very powerful. Simple
right,
one, but powerful one. So in
right.
that first one is breathing right. Breathe right. How
Okay.
we breathe. That is very important. So throughout the day. So can I ask question? I think there are some people. Can I ask to audience?
Yeah, yeah,
I
please.
mean,
It's your forum. You can ask people the question. I'm sure that
yeah,
they will
yeah.
also have questions, and we are open to answering their questions. And obviously, you can ask them the questions as well.
Okay, so while breathing in, while breathing, is it like when you breathe in, is your stomach expanding or contracting? I can
Yeah,
see some people there. Yeah. Can you all hear?
yeah. I hope so. And I think if people can comment, then we'll just to.
Move
Your
ahead. Yeah.
question is if when we breathe in,
Mhm.
is our stomach contracting or is it expanding or is it coming out or is it going in?
Back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. Yeah.
So,
I think.
personally, for me, it is coming out. I don't know if
Okay.
that is or the uh,
Okay. Fine. Fine. It's expanding. Uh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Fine. So here the main point is that I will just discuss that, elaborate that point, that
right,
breathing right. The thing is that normally most of the people throughout the day, they take shallow and short breath
right,
normally, most of the people. So what happens is that from our body, brain demands 20% of 20% of oxygen from our body.
okay,
So when this breathing is shallow and short, we don't get enough oxygen.
okay,
You got it. So what
right,
happens is that time brain has got two functions. It has got basic and complex functions. In the case of basic means now I can see you. People can see each other, breathing, all these things, sight and breathing all comes in like this activities comes under basic function. Complex means thinking and managing our moods and all comes under complex function. So
Okay.
when we don't take deep breath, or when we take shallow breath, we don't get body don't doesn't get enough oxygen, so brain doesn't get enough oxygen for that. So what brain will do is that when brain get little oxygen, it does the primary functions like breathing,
Okay.
all those things, and it will not
Right.
have oxygen for complex functions like thinking clearly, mood management, all those things. So what happens? So lack of oxygen leads to, or this situation leads to, forgetfulness, lack of concentration, depressed and anxious thoughts, and lack of energy, and many more like that. Even lack of focus. So all these
Right.
things will happen because of we don't breathe right, right way. So this is very important because breathing is the base of life.
Basic. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So and here we can use this technique like this in any stressful situations or emotionally troubled situation. You can just take slow, deep breath through nose. Okay, slow, deep breath through nose intake, and that time your stomach will be swelling outward and grow tight until your stomach swell outward and grow tight. You have to take in that breathing.
Okay.
Got it. After that, slowly and completely you can breathe out through your mouth until your lungs completely free,
Okay.
until you push out your breathe.
Right.
So this is one technique. So it's like this. I will just show simply, like any stressful situation. Just I can take deep breath through my nose, deep slow breath, and I can keep doing that until my stomach swell outward and grow tight, and slowly and completely I can breathe out through mouth until my lungs push out complete breathing.
So I'm trying to put a right now. So between the breathe in and the breathe out,
Mhm.
do we hold the breath at a certain time? Does it play any role at all?
No, see, in the case of breathing, there are plenty of techniques. With this
Yeah.
breathing, there is 4-7-8 method, like 4
Okay.
inhale, 7 hold, 8 exhale, like that methods are there. But
Right.
here, main focus is coming in your stomach,
Right.
in your belly. It's more
Right.
of a belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing.
Right.
So there are a lot of research on belly breathing. This is very effective to reduce anxiety, panic situations.
Right.
So this is very effective, and for reference, you can use Dr. Travis Bradbury. There is a book called Emotional Intelligence.
Okay.
So this can be used. So anytime you can use. For example, we are in a conversation where I
Right.
feel, maybe in a meeting I feel difficult. So if we practice daily or for many times, then it becomes easier for us to do even among people. You don't
Okay.
have to close your eyes and all. So for example, now if I feel difficult now, so slowly I can slowly do that just for seconds.
Right.
Yeah. So this can be practiced. So this is one technique we can do to manage
Person.
our mind. Yeah. First one. So this is breathing right way. First one. Got it.
Right.
So when you inhale, stomach expands. When you exhale, stomach contract.
Right.
But if you're feeling stressful, the technique is like this: inhaling slowly and deeply through nose, and until your stomach grow tight and swell outward, and slowly exhaling through mouth until your lungs gets free. Completely you are pushing breathing out.
Okay.
Is it clear? Clear?
Yeah.
Clear, no?
Are
For everybody?
people listening to us, I guess, are also following this. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Somebody have thumbs up. I think Swani, Swahani,
Sahani.
Sahani. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. So can we move to the second one?
Yes, please.
Okay. So now we have touched breathing one. The second one is about our body.
Okay.
See, this is very important. Now, normally, we focus completely into mind. See how to change thoughts, and changing your thoughts, you can change your mind. Sorry, changing your thoughts, you can change your life. Like there are a lot of quotes are there. But here, we are focusing into body.
Okay.
Does changing your body changes your mind? I have a question. So
Uh,
always I have a question.
so
You
personally,
or
for me, I
anybody?
can say that when I am focused on me, I can understand how it is behaving. Not all the time, but generally, my body has signals that I can kind of understand when stress in some body part, in some muscle, or some, in some posture or something. Generally, I have some kind of a response to my uh, thought process.
Okay. So you mean that generally there is slight changes.
There is, yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. I think Kalpana
Adhikar.
Adhikari has told that, yeah, there is a change. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Social psychologist Dr. Ami Kadi has given a very famous TED talk on changing your body postures, you can change your mind. And
right,
she uses like terms like high power poses. Like for example, like you're standing and keeping standing like this and holding like this for 2 minutes.
right, right,
You feel powerful, you feel confident, you feel assertive, like that. You feel more confident and energetic. So they
okay,
have done in laboratory, and they found that for example, when we sit like slouching and making our body smaller, that
right,
time we feel more anxious and feel not confident or less energy, like we feel
right,
more tensed, stressed. And when we
right,
expand, giving space in our body, for example, I'm keeping space for between my shoulders, my legs, and if I sit like that, automatically I start feeling powerful, I start feeling confident, I start feeling energetic.
right,
So reason is this: they are telling that high to do this high power poses. For example, the situations like challenging situation. In the case of youth, like for example, they go for a job and they go for a job interview, and that time they will be tense, right?
right,
They're tensed. So in that, I'm just giving an example. In that situation, uh, before going to the interview board, maybe in washroom or somewhere, they can just go and take this hyper poses for 2 minutes, or that winning, while after winning a athletic competition or something, running and all, they
right,
use like this, right? So
right,
doing like this, keeping these postures, it will give them more energy, more confidence, and more power. They
right,
feel powerful. So they can try these things. So the lesson is why it is happening is that there are hormonal changes while
okay,
changing our body postures. For example, when we keep this high power poses, hmm,
mhm,
that time in our body, testosterone comes up. It comes more, it produces more. And
right,
this makes us energetic. And the
right,
same time, the level of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, it
okay,
comes down. So testosterone goes up, it makes us energetic and dynamic. And same time, when we take this high power poses, cortisol, that is stress hormone, comes down.
right,
So this is what happens in body that time. So same time, if I sit like this slouching and making myself small,
right,
automatically I feel stressful. So uh, it's very important to keep your postures good, and you can make yourself feel good. That's very important. So especially in in present world, that we sit more of like this, no mobile phone.
yeah, yeah. It's a
So
normal
if
habit to, yeah.
yeah.
The neck
So
also
what
goes
happens?
like this.
Yeah, what happens is that if we keep on having this posture, this is more of slouching, so
Right.
it affects our mood. There are studies.
Okay.
So, for more information, you can refer Dr. Amy Cuddy. She is a social psychologist from Oxford Medical School. Sorry, Business School, Oxford Business School. Yeah,
Right.
she is a professor there. So, simple. The message is simple. Like, get your high power poses, and you feel powerful, assertive, and confident. This is what. And whenever you keep your body smaller, like this
Right.
contracting, automatically you feel low. Because of this time,
Mhm.
in body the cortisol level goes up.
Right.
That is a stress hormone. Cortisol is a stress
Stress.
hormone. Yeah, it's a stress hormone. So it increases when you reduce. I mean, when you keep this, more closed, and when you don't give much space in your body, like you're sitting like this
Right.
and all. And there is a gender difference also is there.
Okay.
Like mostly, in the case of girls, while they're growing up, they started, expanding, having expanding positions or postures normally. So I think we
Okay.
have to give more understanding or educating our young girls also have more, this hyper poses. It gives them more confidence and more, what you say, more energy and more
Right.
assertiveness. Yeah, yeah. So I hope this point is clear. Any
Yeah, yeah.
question?
What you mean is that being in the postures, these power postures,
Mhm.
energize and create a positive balance between the testosterone and the cortisol that you're talking about, the stress and the positive indicators,
Mm, mm. Yeah,
right? So, yeah,
yeah. And it's very simple. Like, for example, while using mobile phone, I will be using like this, slouching, right?
right.
So I have to be aware of myself, and I have to try this. See, if I sit like this for a long time, automatically it affects my mind, my body
Mm-hmm.
postures. So I
Right,
have to keep it straight. I have to keep space in my body. So
right,
automatically there is a change in my feeling, because nowadays a lot of people are spending a lot of time in front of cell or our mobile phone. So we
yeah.
have to be aware of these things.
So, would you suggest that because removing the cell phone or mobile from our lives would not be possible? I think it's a path that we have gone down, we can't go back.
Mhm.
But would you suggest that we should take short some breaks or something, and then come back with this, uplift ourselves and then come back, because it would be difficult to look at your mobile with like this.
See,
In that posture.
definitely, yeah. So otherwise, I think, for example, even I was personally planning, keep something like this and see, instead of
Right,
bed, like this.
right,
We also have that habit because we don't have a particular system. But what
right.
happens is that subconsciously or biologically, it will happen. For example, if I sit also like this for a long time, definitely I start feeling the same way.
Right,
I'm slouching, I'm slouching, and and my breathing will be short also that time, most of the
right,
time. So these two things happens, sometimes when we are engrossed in inside some matter, sometimes
right,
in a tense thing, automatically our breathing, like, it's short sometimes. So
right,
breathing awareness and body awareness is very, very important.
right,
Yeah.
right. So that's
So
two. So
yeah,
I
absolutely.
please, please.
Yeah. So here, as you asked me that should we reduce mobile usage? Nowadays, everybody is using. So we have to find some way of not to slouch much.
Okay.
This body posture, like
Right.
some people, it's goes like this, no.
Yeah.
It's extremely
Natural.
they're bending.
Natural.
Yeah. So it's natural. So there they have to be aware. At least they have to find some way, like keeping straight, just watching or something like that. While
Right.
chatting, it is difficult.
Right.
Or short breaks.
Short breaks. Yeah.
Yeah, they can take. That's what I feel possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I think these two things that you mentioned, the breathing awareness and the awareness of your body in the posture, uh, I think already it can make a big impact in our general uh, energy levels. which
Absolutely,
can
yeah.
lead to more confidence and which can lead to more positive thinking, and it can allow us to focus on more things that we can do and achieve.
Absolutely, yeah, true. And
Yeah.
simple. It's
Yeah.
very simple. One is that just breathing, your stomach expands, and slowly you're exhaling through your mouth. And second is
Right.
that nothing, just I'm sitting now and I am aware that I'm slouching. Suddenly I'm
Right.
changing, I'm creating little space. I feel confident and powerful and good enough, energetic enough to
Right.
converse with you.
So this
It's simple.
correction needs to be done by awareness.
Absolutely, yeah. True.
Right. Uh, right. So we have
Now,
some who have joined, but you have mentioned both the things. In if
mhm.
any case, if in case anybody has a question, then you can please send it across to us, and we'll try and answer these questions.
Mhm.
And uh, Sijesh, you mentioned two studies and two both for one for breathing awareness and the other for the posture. Uh,
Mhm.
Maybe if you tell us again so that people can remember this, we can try and later on we can put it on our site also on Facebook and Instagram, and people can check from there. But if you would just mention again.
Okay, first one is Dr. Travis, Travis, Travis Bradbury.
Right. Right.
Um, he has written a famous book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0.
Okay.
In that book, you have plenty of strategies like this, self-management strategies. You
Right.
get. I just took one of the techniques from that.
Right. Right.
And second is Dr. Amy A M Y Amy
Right.
Cuddy, Cuddy. I don't know exactly is am I pronouncing it correctly, but Cuddy. She is a social psychologist
So
from
you would
Harvard
suggest
University.
one of her TEDx talks,
Yeah,
or okay. Right.
there is a TEDx talk, very very viral. It was very viral, and around
Okay.
I think a lot of people have seen that. I don't
Right.
remember exactly.
No.
There she tells about this method, like she
Right.
used this high power poses,
Thank you,
like
Preeti, for
that's so.
putting them there. It makes it easier for people to remember.
Yeah.
Uh, we've kind of worked out that we had allotted for ourselves. But I would
Okay.
want to hear more if there is something that you would like to share, Siddesh, uh, along with the breathing awareness and the posture awareness.
Mhm.
If there's something that you would like to share with our listeners,
Yeah, we have three more methods.
I
Three
know.
more is there.
I'm
So
fine with going ahead. I have no problem. Still time.
okay, fine. So third one is that we can keep a worry window.
Okay.
A worry window means where you keep a specific time in a day, where
Right.
in a specific place you write down your worries that time.
Okay.
Or if you want, you can speak to someone whom you trust in that time. For example, normally we have a tendency to get nervous or tense the entire day, throughout the day.
Right.
Like
Right.
something or other, keep on thinking about that, overthinking. Overthinking is there, all so much of tension is there, stressed out.
Right. Right.
So in that case, certain tensions, certain stress, certain anxiety, like worrying things, we
Right.
can just keep it time. It takes a little time and patience. Okay, in the beginning it won't happen, but slowly we can bring this. We can rewire our brain, and
Okay.
slowly it will come in our habit. So a particular time, definitely you should not schedule this time just before going to bed.
Okay.
Just before going to bed, you should not do that. You have to make it happen, like for example maybe evening or a specific time as soon as you reach home,
Okay.
like evening time you can do that. You can
Right.
write down all your worries, and like instead of worrying the entire day, you're keeping a specific time.
Right.
Got it? Or sometimes, if for some people it is difficult for writing down, they can speak to their friends or people whom they trust, maybe family or friends. Okay.
Right.
This way we can avoid getting tensed or spending the entire day in worry. So
Okay.
it works. Yeah. So
Right.
I think, is it clear? Clear?
Yeah. So just one thing I noticed that, I mean, for a person who's not writing but speaking to somebody, it would be very important to choose a person of trust
Absolutely. Yeah.
and somebody who can listen to you patiently.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
It's
so
very important.
I know that would be very individual to find that, but what could be, I mean, where can a person find this?
See, here two options are there. We
Right,
all have somebody from our family very close to us,
right,
maybe from our friend circle close to us. If
right,
these people are not available for us, we can go for a
right,
professional. So either therapists, counselors, psychologists, or anyone in your life, maybe your teacher
right,
whom you trust.
right,
So it's very important to have a support group always, friend support group.
right,
So we can create some people. I think one or other. Maybe we don't have many friends, but still we have couple of good friends. I feel so we
right,
can use in case if I don't have anybody to talk, anybody I can easily share. So we
right,
have to approach a professional.
professional. But we should find and create this support group for ourselves. Um, there seems to be
Yeah.
some, yeah, yeah, there was some network issue, I think.
Okay, sure, yeah, yeah.
No, no, that's
Fine. This
okay.
is the third one. This is the
Right.
third one. So fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Now we are going into fourth one. Fourth one is journal of gratitude.
Journal of gratitude.
Gratitude. For example, today, before just going to bed, I can write down what are the things I am grateful for life.
Okay.
It can be a person, it can be an event, it can be anything which I feel grateful for. Maybe some person who helped me out, or maybe an event which I liked, and maybe anything which I feel grateful for.
Okay.
So if we write this, gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion. It's very, very powerful. So if you write that, what happens is that with that writing down, we get that same wonderful emotion within us,
Right.
same emotion, and it's an experience. When we feel gratitude, we feel pleasant. So
Right.
this is also a good exercise we can keep to balance our day. See, all these exercise we can do every day.
Right.
Yeah. So it's also, you don't have to spend a lot of time. Maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just take. If you're not a writing kind of person, you can take other exercises. But if you're a writing kind, you can just write down, oh, okay, these are the things. Okay, today, maybe this tough time, getting food it's a gratitude. We are getting enough
Right.
food and no much problems here. So we can express before sleep, write down. So I could eat 3 times, or I could, people help me. Today I had anxiety. Somebody from helpline help me out. So like that,
Right.
small things towards life we can write down. So that is the
So it's
fourth method.
right. So it's interesting how you say it should not be done before sleeping, right before sleeping. But
Which one?
gratitude journal should be made and written just before sleeping, preferably then at least.
Yeah,
Is there a
yeah,
reason for that?
yeah. The reason is that, for example, my worry, entire day's worry is there. If I just before sleeping, if I write all those things, it's there in my subconscious. Now I'm bringing my worries, and just before
Oh,
sleep, getting all the worries, it's not good. But at
right,
the same time, if I take gratitude means, I told you, it's a powerful emotion. It's very strong. We feel very hopeful, and life means very, colorful
right,
when we have gratitude. So just before sleep, if we have this, feeling of gratitude, we feel very pleasant and calm,
right,
silent.
right. Wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Right. Okay. So last method is the fifth one. The fifth fifth one, it's a 1 minute meditation. 1 minute meditation. Like whenever you find time in a day,
Right.
anywhere, wherever you feel comfortable, whenever you find time, you can do this 1 minute meditation.
Okay.
Okay, so it's very simple. Just being aware of your breath. That's all. For example,
Okay.
in now I am talking to you, or I am in car, or I am in train. I am
Right.
maybe any place where I can take a pause and just watching breath is going in and breath is going out.
Out.
That's all. In between, no, while for 1 minute. For example, when I am just focusing, my breathing is going in, and when my breathing is going out, what happens is that sometimes mind may wander. Mind
Right.
goes, no, it starts wandering. Thought will come out. So nothing. Don't worry. It's okay. Mind, the nature of mind itself is wandering kind. So let
Right.
mind wander. Again, when you can notice that thing, just gently bring back that awareness to your breath again.
Right.
So bringing back your awareness to your brain, breathe, and slowly just observe your breathing. Nothing is there, just observing your breathing.
So
And
focusing
after
on your
this,
breath.
yeah, focus. It's known as breathing meditation or breathing awareness.
Right.
So because main thing is that if you can relax your breathing system, you feel very relaxed. In
Right.
relaxation, breathing relaxation or relaxing your breathing system is very important. Even you don't have
Right.
to relax your entire body. Just
Right.
relaxing your breathing system itself will create a lot of help.
Right.
You got it?
Yeah, I got. Preeti has a question that she's asking about the helpline that you have started, which I
Okay,
think would
fine.
relate to also the reaching out to somebody to speak. What is this
Yeah.
helpline? Please.
Yeah, it's a COVID. Yeah, I will speak about that. It's a COVID care and counseling helpline where
Okay.
people are facing, psychological issues, or who they have anxiety, stress related issues. They can call in that line. It's a free. It's a free
Right.
helpline. There are 5 languages in that: English, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, and Kannada. These five
Okay.
languages are available. So people from across India can call and they
Okay.
can get the support.
So
I
what
will
is the
share the number.
where can they call?
Yeah, like I will give the number. I
Yeah.
will share. We can share here in your
Okay.
notes
Right.
or comment.
So what is the COVID and what is it called? This helpline?
The COVID care and counseling helpline. There
COVID
is a
care and
number.
help.
There is a
Oh,
helpline number is there. I will
right.
share. Now I don't
Okay.
remember exactly.
Yeah. So we'll share the number with our listeners. We will share it along with this. You can send it to us, and then we share the this video uh,
Mhm.
on our Instagram and Facebook. Then we will put the helpline number as well, so that people can avail of it.
Yeah, sure, sure. So
So, yeah, please. I would like you to summarize the five uh,
techniques.
points. Yeah, please.
Okay, fine. So first one is that breathing
Right.
right way of breathing. For example, when we inhale, stomach expands. When we exhale, stomach contracts.
Right.
First one. So because, uh, and also very important thing is that most of the people throughout the day, while breathing, you know, while they take shallow and short breaths. So what
Right.
happens is that when we take this shallow, short breaths, our brain doesn't get the enough oxygen, and
Right.
it needs 20% of oxygen from our body.
Right.
Brain demands 20% oxygen.
Right.
So also, if brain doesn't get enough oxygen, it will have, like for example, it
Impact
will
on.
do that. yeah, only primary functions it will do, and it won't get for like mood management and thinking clearly. Got it.
Right.
So it will lack of oxygen or lack of this, shallow breath will lead to lack of concentration, anxious, depressed thoughts, lack of energy, forgetfulness, and like this many issues which we are not aware of. Sometimes we feel that, like for example, no reason, without
Right.
reason, just this can be one reason.
Right. So
Wrong
the
way of
number one
yeah,
is to breathe right.
breathe right. Yeah. In that technique is a little different, where we are telling about inhaling slowly, deeply through nose until your stomach gets swell and grow tight,
Right.
and slowly and completely exhaling through your mouth
Right.
until you push out all the breath through your lungs.
Right.
Okay. So this is the first technique.
Right.
And second one is, by changing our body postures, we can change our mind. By
Right.
changing our body posture, we can change our mind. So the intake is simple. When you give space in your body, you feel, like powerful and confident and assertive. And when you,
Right.
like when you don't give space in your body, like slouching and crossing and keeping your body smaller, you feel more stressed and tense. So keeping
Right.
space in your body is very important. And specifically, they are telling for this high power poses, like keeping
Right.
hands on hip and standing, that Superman posture,
Right.
like
Right.
that. So that posture, 2 minutes, if you stand in that posture for 2 minutes, you feel powerful and energetic and confident.
Energized.
Yeah, it energizes. Yeah. So this is the second thing. Like by changing your body posture, you can change your mind.
Mind.
So you have, from these 2 points, main thing is that you have to be aware of your body and you have to be aware of your breathing.
Breathing.
Then only you can do this. Maybe otherwise,
Right.
if you don't remember this thing, what happens is that entire day you can slouch, sit in a slouchy way, and that day will go. So you have
Right.
to be aware of your body and you have to be aware of
Right.
your breathing. Then only you can bring change
Right.
in that. And
Right.
third point is that, like we are creating a worry window in a day, a specific time and place we select for that. Instead of getting tense the entire day, just
Right.
one specific time, and there I will write down. In case if writing is not enough for me, I will just call my friend whom I can trust, maybe my family member, or if you are not getting anybody who you can trust, you can connect to a counselor or psychologist or any mental health professional. This is the
Right.
third one. And
Right.
fourth one is like the journal of gratitude. In journal of gratitude, it's before sleep. And for last point, one specific point is that don't keep worry time just before sleep.
Right.
I forgot to mention, we have to
No.
be careful about
Right.
that. Okay, coming back to the fourth point. In fourth point, main thing is that we are writing the journal of gratitude just before sleep, or maybe before going to bed at night. Okay, there we will be writing down any specific person or event or anything which we feel grateful for. Like,
Right.
okay, today, that supermarket person brought me foodstuffs. Okay, I'm
Right.
grateful for him. Or today I got a vegetable from my neighbor, so I am
Right.
grateful for that. So smaller things we can write and feel, express our gratitude. This is very effective.
Right.
It's in
Right.
positive psychology they have used. And fifth
Right.
one is that 1 minute meditation. You can try like this anywhere. You can do this whenever you find time. You can do that. You can do this 1 minute breath awareness meditation. So meditation is like this, and timing I can give you a certain way of doing this. For example, as soon as you get up in the morning,
Right.
as soon as you get up in the morning, just be aware of your breathing, just watching your breathing. For example, you're breathing in, just going inside, and you're breathing out through your nose. Just you can watch your breathing, the flow in and out of your breathing. If you want to
Right.
get more concentration, you can try one more method is that you can just, when you inhale, you can see that your stomach is the rising and falling of your belly. You can observe that. For example,
Right.
when you inhale, your belly is expanding. When you exhale, your belly is contracting. This way also you
Right.
can try the same exercise.
Right.
Okay, so 1 minute as soon as you get up in the morning. For example, as soon as I just open the eyes, lying down or sitting, I can just observe my breathing.
Focus.
Yeah,
Observe
just
it.
focus. Just focus or watch my breathing. And the same thing, 1 minute activity or meditation, I can do whenever I get free time or whenever I am comfortable to do. For example, normally I do like, each 1 hour gap or
Right.
each 2 hour gap until I go to bed. For
Okay.
example, if I got up at 7 o'clock, then I did in the beginning at 7 o'clock, then maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, maybe until I go to bed at 11 o'clock. In each 1 hour, I can just take a pause and
Right.
observe my breathing. So the benefit of this exercise is that observing our breathing brings our attention to the present moment. When we
Right.
watch our breathing, mind comes to this moment,
So more concentration.
more concentration. And this is like not exactly concentration. This is more of awareness. I
Yeah.
can bring my awareness to this moment where I am not. Concentration means again you are putting in a certain circle. I should not
Yeah.
get noise from outside.
Yeah.
Nobody should not come behind. I am doing a session. We can't accept that,
Right.
So here awareness means whatever I am getting sound from background. Okay, I'm accepting it. Maybe some sound of vehicle noise from outside. I'm just accepting everything. I'm not rejecting anything. So
Okay.
awareness is more inclusive. Concentration is exclusive.
Right.
So concentration creates more problem for us. For example, we have in our thought that while studying I should concentrate. What happens is that a
Right.
slight sound will create anger in us. Oh, don't make
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it? So like that
I
we
see the
have a
difference
problem.
there.
Yeah. So we feel offensive also. We feel distracted in that time. But if we have awareness, this is more about awareness coming to this present moment. So
Right.
each 1 hour, since I get up till I go to bed, I am being aware of my breath. That means
Right.
I am being aware of these moments. There is no
Right.
past and future. I am just coming to this moment. That's the beauty of this exercise. And if I do that in a gap, why I'm
Right.
not fixing a pattern is that you do 1 hour, 2 hour, again it became a pattern.
Yeah. Routine,
We
and then
don't,
you have to maintain that. That's
yeah,
stress.
then people, yeah, it's a stress and people get angry. I know many people, for example, they do yoga or like this meditation every day. And in a day, if they miss meditation or yoga, they get angry. Oh, I missed that
Yeah.
yoga today. So we don't have to create a pattern. We don't have to create a certain method that you follow this method, you get change, you transform. No,
Right.
here itself I just create 5 methods. All these methods are like, some methods are like, okay, for some people we have to create some tools, no other option.
Right.
So
Right.
somebody, this breath awareness will definitely help them a lot.
Right.
So they can in between, for example, since they get up till they go to bed, anytime
Right.
they can take a pause, they can observe their
Right.
breathing. They can observe or they can focus into their breathing. Nothing, just breath is going in, breath is going out. In between, if mind is wandering, just when you notice, just gently bring back to focus into your breath. No hard feelings. Oh, I missed my attention or I
Right.
missed my focus. No problem at all. Mind wants to wander. Mind wants to travel. No problem. It's nature. be great, be friend with the mind. Okay, so
Right.
finally, after doing this for 1 minute, you can just open your eyes. And after doing this, you can feel calm or you may not feel calm. You may feel calm or you may not feel calm. Whatever it is, just accept it. If you feel calm, accept it. Or if you don't feel calm after doing this, accept it. But keep doing it. You can keep doing it. That will really, this is very, very important because certain practices I have followed in my life,
Right.
not just from some books or something. Because here I have improvised many things in between.
You're using experience.
Experience, yeah. So not exactly somewhere written in book. Some points I take, some I add from my experience. Okay, fine. I can here I can make this change. It will not have any harm for people.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I think I summarized this
Yeah, I
by
think that this point about not letting this become a source of stress is
yeah.
very important, and the acceptance is also quite important to have. Acceptance of ourselves, acceptance of our surroundings, acceptance of our situations, be it through the journal gratitude, be it through the worry window, or be it through the breathing exercise, the awareness, and a posture awareness as well. So I think these are very simple things, but they are very, I feel that they can make a big impact in our lives without adding any pressure of routine or uh, anything that will put us under any strenuous situation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's correct
So
point.
I'm really thankful to you. Uh, Thank you very much, Sijesh, for being here. I have a feeling we'll have another few sessions with you, and which will make it easier for our audience.
Okay.
And I'm thankful to whoever who could join us today. Thank you so much for being there. Any questions that you have, any feedback, kindly share with us. Uh, we are continuing with series tomorrow, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram to be up about our sessions. And thank you very much, everyone.